I don't know about you, but I've not been feeling very good about the future of things recently. For a little bit of time now, maybe like a year, 2 years. Um, the developments that I'm seeing are not great. Uh, I think that's fair to say. Um, I've been pretty closely following AI and related technologies. As someone who's interested in digital art uh, and digital work, digital shit in general, which I mean, at this point, everyone is. Technology runs the world. We need it to do so. Um, yeah, we're not moving in a great direction. I think. At least that's how it feels. It feels pretty grim. Um, yeah, I think I'm not the only one who feels this way. I'm 22 years old. I suppose that makes me like right in the middle of Gen Z, I would say. Maybe on the younger side. I don't really know where Gen Alpha starts, really. Um, but it's technology, I've grown up with technology. I've grown up in digital worlds. Um, been using social media since I was like 10. Um, I think we can pretty much agree on a whole that was not a good thing. Um, we were maybe the generation that just sort of fell into being the trial of how disinformation and online performance affects young brains. Um, and I think the results are in, and the results are bad. People are very isolated. People are very divided. And people are very lonely. Um, and that's sort of the state of things. Uh, and that's right now. We have a long ways to go. I don't know what the solution to that is. Um, I don't know what the solution to any of this is, really. But ultimately, I just need to talk some thoughts into the air and put that on the computer, because that's what we do now. So I hope um, you'll be alright with that. Growing up with technology, there was always the idea that things, continue to grow, things continue to move forward. Um, you know, you don't just make one technology. You make the next one, and you make them better and better. And they don't stop being better. We continue to push forward, even though maybe we had something good. No, you need to grow. You need to accelerate growth continually. You got to make the shareholders happy. The money needs to keep flowing in forever. So new things need to happen. New products, new software, new features. The problem is we don't know where we're going anymore. I can tell you where we're going. We're going toward AI. We're going toward continually trusting and building these systems that we don't understand or fully comprehend. Maybe where they're going, or maybe we do and we kind of don't care anyway, because ultimately the system that we've built for ourselves relies on moving forward. So that scares me. That would be my probably number one future fear, if we had to rank them, that we're pressing forward with this so rapidly and so thoughtlessly. And people seem, I mean, people fucking hate AI. That's clear. The populace has voted, and they voted against, which is fair. Overall, more harm than good. And I say this as a person who is like a user of AI, for coding, for planning. It's like an incredible tool, but Jesus Christ, it is not our savior. Jesus Christ is our savior. There he is. It's just another thing, and it's a thing that makes what was already bad, social media, worse. Which is why I can't use that shit anymore. Clearly I'm still on YouTube, which is maybe just ingrained in my brain at this point. Feels bad. Feels bad to admit, feels bad to feel it and know it's true. But I crave constant content. I want to be filled with information at all times. Doesn't matter if it's good or bad or anything. Just needs to be something. Can't be alone, not experiencing anything new for a single moment. Yeah. So that's a bad one. I think, I don't know what that leads to. I don't know how that affects the rest of my life and the lives of, everyone else who's also in that position. I'm aware of many. I'm sure you know one or two. I think we just have to, I don't know. This isn't a video about finding solution. It's about being scared. The point I was trying to make about the rapid development before is that I always kind of knew in the back of my mind, it was always kind of told to me growing up that things are changing, things will be different by the time you grow up. But there's no possible way to know how. I mean, if you ask someone 20 years ago that the biggest technological revolution, maybe, of the 2020s would come from a revelation found in graphics cards, and that people would be killing themselves and their families and devoting themselves to simulations of text. This machine god spawned from the graphics cards. I don't know what they'd say. I mean, maybe they'd say sure. But I don't think they'd be happy about it. I don't think they should be. I keep missing the point. The point is, it feels like we were kind of sold a world that doesn't exist anymore. Maybe didn't exist even as it was being sold or taught to us. And this isn't a new experience. This is just growing up. But the rate at which things change is so rapid and scary and unfriendly to anyone who wants to maybe we liked it how it was. And this is coming from someone who is probably more invested in the idea of the future than maybe most people. I like the idea of advancing technology. I always have. I'm interested in, where will things go? But what is the cost of that? Why are we? I mean, I don't know. AI is a useful tool, and it will make many game-changing revelations for science, I'm sure, medical advancements, I'm sure. Even there's creative potentials for it, but the idea that it's being sold on, it's fucked, man. It's fucked. And it's tough to know that you can't do anything about it. As a single person, this is just the way that it is. And maybe the way that it's going to continue to evolve. You can oppose it, sure. You can protest, you can delete your social medias, you can limit yourself in any number of ways, but you can't stop it. You can't change where we're headed, because that's not up to you. That's up to the people with the money and the power and the technology. So yeah, I'm a little fearful, I would say.